Hello there, welcome back to Max's Cards and Dice Dugout. This is episode 217, and this time out we return to Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum for game number 27 of the 1974-75 New York Nets project with Uptempo basketball from the Clark and Addison Gaming Company and creator Brian Haverkamp. This game has the Nets facing the Spirits of St. Louis. The game took place on the 11th of December 1974. In real life, it was won by the Nets, 117-96. The last time these two teams met in this replay, the Nets won 115-95. And so far, the Nets lead the season series 3-0. Before we get started, take a real quick look at the points per game averages. Really no changes. As I've mentioned a few times now, kind of have settled into a groove with the statistics. Dr. J leading all scores. Al Smoke Skinner leading the bench. And that's really about it about that. So let's get this one underway. I need my little basketball die. All right. Okay, opening tip-off goes to St. Louis. They come down the court, and that's going to be a foul. Going to the line will be Fly Williams off the bench. He's an 83 even free throw shooter. Misses the first one. Second one is good. Spirits pick up a point as the Nets head the other way, and that was Fly Williams. And it's 1-0. Spirits, that's a basket for New York. And that one's coming from Ed Manning off the bench. The Razor. And we continue on. That's a 2-point shot attempt. That's going to be Marvin Barnes. He'll be defended by Larry Keenan, -6. That makes Barnes a 43.9. And good defense by Special K sends the Nets the other way. And there's a foul. Going to the line is going to be BT, point guard. He's a 76.5. First one's good, but he misses the second. So one from Taylor from the line gives the Nets a 2-point lead early here in the first quarter. And scoring a basket for St. Louis is going to be Marvin Barnes. And this game is tied. New York coming the other way. There's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Larry Keenan, 77 even. First one rattles around and drops in. Second one is good as well. Keenan hits both of those shots, and the Nets take the lead. Heading down the other way. There's a basket. And that's Fly Williams off the bench. And let's bring it down. Basket. Ryan Taylor. 3 points for Taylor here in the first period. 2, 6, 7, and the Nets lead by a basket. St. Louis coming the other way. They're going to score here. And making that shot, Fly Williams again. So Williams with 5 points off the bench early here in the first quarter. And Nets turn the ball over. Here comes St. Louis. They're going to score here. And that's Gus Gerard with the basket. Spirits take a 2-point lead. 8:20 to go here in the first period. Foul. Brian Taylor Goes to the line, 76.5. First one, good. Second one, no good. St. Louis coming the other way after picking up the rebound after the free throw. And they turn it over. Here come the Nets. There's a basket. And that is going to be Wendell Leidner off the bench. Let's take a 1-point lead. And here comes St. Louis. Freddie Lewis hits the basket down there. And the Spirit back on top by a point. 7 minutes to go, opening period. Nets turn it over. Here comes St. Louis. And there's a foul down at that end. And going to the line is going to be Freddie Lewis. He's an 84 even free throw shooter. Makes the first and the second as well. 4 points for Lewis. And the Spirit pick up or the Spirits, I should say, have a 3-point lead. Here's a shot from out at the arc by Wendell Leidner. He'll be defended by Goo Kennedy, who's a +2. That's going to make Leidner a 21.4 from out at the arc, but he misses that. And here comes St. Louis with the rebound. And they turn it over at their end. Nets coming the other way. They're going to score here. And it's going to be Larry Keenan. And it's a 1-point game again. 5:20 to go. Opening period. Another turnover by the Spirits. Nets coming down their end. Basket. And this one is Willie Sojourner off the bench. Getting some different scores early on. And the Nets have a 1-point lead. 4:40 to go here in the opening period. Foul down at the St. Louis end. Going to the line is going to be Fly Williams. He's an 83 even free throw shooter. First one's good. Second one, no good. And we are tied. Nets pick up the rebound, and they're coming the other way. And they're going to score here. And it's going to be Brian Taylor again. 6 points for Taylor here in the opening period. And the Nets lead by 2. 4 minutes to go. That's a basket. And that's Marvin Barnes. All knotted up at 16. 3:40 to go in the opening period. Here come the Nets. And Al Skinner's going to take a shot here. He'll be defended by Fly Williams, +2. That's going to make Smoke a 51 even from the floor. And he hits that basket. And the Nets lead by 2. Basket for St. Louis. And it's Marvin Barnes again. 6 points for Barnes here in the opening frame. We're tied at 18. 3 minutes to go in the first period. Foul at the New York end. And it's Julius Erving. First time we're calling his name in this one. He's going to go to the line. 79-9 free throw shooter. He makes the first and the second as well. And gets in the scorebook. Here comes St. Louis, trailing by 2. There's a foul. Going to the line is Marvin Barnes. 67 even. First one good. Second one no good. But that is 7 points for Barnes here in the first period. That's coming the other way with a 1-point lead. There's a foul. And it's Julius Erving, 79-9. First one's good. Second one, no good. And the Nets lead by a basket. 2 minutes to go here in the first period. St. Louis turns it over. Here come the Nets looking to build on that lead. And they shall with a basket from Erving. 5 points for Erving, all late in this period. And it's a 4-point lead for the Nets. Here comes St. Louis. They're going to score here. And it's Marvin Barnes. 9 points for Barnes. And it is a 2-point game. 1:20 to go. There's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Julius Erving again. 79-9. First one, good. Second one, good as well. And it's 25-21, 1 minute to go here in the first period. Foul at the St. Louis end. Going to the line is Marvin Barnes. He's a 67 free throw shooter. No good. He misses both of them. And here comes New York the other way, looking to build on their 4-point lead. And they will do that with a basket from Brian Taylor. 8 points for Taylor here in the opening period, and it's a 6-point lead, 27-21. There's a shot from Freddie Lewis. He'll be defended by Brian Taylor. It's a -6. That's going to make Lewis a 42.8. And Lewis wins that battle. Hits the shot over BT. Cuts the lead to 4. Final possession. That's coming the other way. And they're going to score here. And it's going to be Brian Taylor again having a big first quarter. So we end the first frame with the Nets leading by 6. 29-23. I'll get some numbers and be right back. All right, we're back for the second period with the Nets leading 29-23. Jump ball goes to St. Louis. Here they come down their end. And there's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Goo Kennedy. Kennedy's a 72.5. First one is good. And so is the second. 2 from Kennedy from the line. His first 2 points of the game. And it's a 4-point Nets lead as the second period gets underway. There's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Larry Keenan. No, Julius Erving. 79-9. Misses the first one, the doctor does. And the second as well. St. Louis gets the rebound coming down their end. Trying to cut into the lead. And Marvin Barnes is going to take the shot. He'll be defended by Larry Keenan. -6. Keenan's defense makes it a 43.9. And Barnes wins that battle. Hits the basket, makes it a 2-point game. Here comes the Nets. Or here come the Nets, I should say. And there's a foul. Or no, there's a 2-point shot attempt. And it's going to be the Razor, Ed Manning. He'll be defended by Marvin Barnes, who's a -2. That's going to make Manning a 40.7. And Manning wins that battle, hits the basket. 4 points for Manning. And the Nets lead is 4 again. We continue on. Here's a shot from out at the arc coming from Freddie Lewis, and he'll be defended by Brian Taylor, who's a -6. That's going to make Lewis a 21.9. He lets it go from out there, and it is no good. Nets coming the other way. Foul going to the line is going to be Willie Sojourner. He's a 70% even free throw shooter. He makes the first and misses the second. So the Nets pick up a point and increase their lead to 5. Here comes St. Louis the other way. There's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Gus Gerard, 73.8. Makes the first one. And the second as well. 2 from Gerard from the line here in the second quarter. And it's a 3-point Nets lead. 9:40 to go in the first half. Nets turn the ball over. Here comes St. Louis. Looking to cut into the lead. They will. And hitting the basket is going to be Maurice Lucas. First time we're calling his name in this game. And it is now a 1-point lead for the Nets. Foul going to the line. It's going to be Julius Erving. 79-9. Hits the first one. And the second one. 9 points for Irving in this game. And it's a 3-point Nets lead. 8:40 to go. There's a basket, and that is Freddie Lewis. 9 points for Lewis thus far. 1-point lead for the Nets. 8:20 to go here in the first half. And the doctor, Julius Erving, gets fed the ball out at the arc. He's going to be defended by Gus Gerard. He's a +2. Irving makes him a 35.3, and he lets it go, and it's no good. Here comes St. Louis the other way after picking up the rebound. And they're going to do the same thing. But this time it's going to be Jimmy Foster taking the shot. And he is going to miss that shot because he's a 0 from 3-point. And both point guards for the Nets. Well, let's see who it is, because maybe Melchione is going to make an entry into the game, but no. So he misses that shot out there, and here come the Nets the other way. And they turn it over. St. Louis coming back down to their end, looking to take the lead, and there's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Freddie Lewis, 84 even free throw shooter. First one rattles around, does not fall, but the second one drops, and we have a tie game. And here comes New York with 7 minutes to go till halftime. Here's a shot attempt from Julius Erving. He'll be defended by Gu Kennedy, who's a +2. That's going to make the doctor a 53.5. Good defense by Kennedy sends the Spirit the other way, where they're going to score, and it's going to be Freddie Lewis. 5 points in this period for Lewis, 12 for the game, and we are tied at 34. Ah, boy. 25, 27, 29, 31, 34, 23, 25, 27, 29, 31, 33, 34, 36. Yes, I thought they had the lead. Let's double check the Nets. 29, 31, 33, 34. Okay. So we're caught up. Here comes New York. And taking the shot, it's going to be John Williamson. First time we're calling his name in this game. And he's going to be defended by Steve Jones, who's a +5. That's going to make Williamson a 53.6. But he misses that shot. And here comes St. Louis the other way, looking to build on their lead. And they will with a basket from Maurice Lucas. And it's a 4-point Spirits lead with 5:40 to go before halftime. There's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Julius Erving. 79-9 makes the first one. But the second one does not drop for the doctor. And the Nets trail by 3 with 5:20 to go. There's a foul. Going to the line is Gu Kennedy. He's a 72.5. First one drops. So does the second one. And the Spirit have built up a 5-point lead. Here comes New York. with 5 minutes to go, and they're going to go on a run. Let's see. We roll a 13, and that is an 8-0 run at the most opportune time. Get the run card out. And let's see what we got here. 31. It's going to be the second row. So we're going to get 3 from the point guard. And that's going to be Brian Taylor. So he hits the 3. That puts him at 13 points. 1, 2, 3. It's a 2-point game. And we get 1 from the free throw line from the shooting guard. And that looks like it's going to be Al Skinner. So he picks up 1 there. It's a 1-point game. And power forward gets a basket. That's going to be Larry Keenan. Nets have a 1-point lead. And finally, a basket from the center. And it'll be the first time that Billy Paltz's name is called. And he hits the basket. And the Nets come out of that run with the 3-point lead. We take 2 minutes off the clock. That gets us down to 3 minutes. And play continues on. St. Louis with possession. There's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Jimmy Foster, 79.4. No good on the first one. No good on the second one. New York with the rebound and coming the other way. Looking to build on their 3-point lead, and there's going to be a foul down at that end. And going to the line will be Billy Paltz, 74.8. No good on the first one from Paltz. But the second one drops. So after being quiet most of the first half, he has 3 points now. And the Nets have built up a 4-point lead. Here comes St. Louis. There goes St. Louis as they turn it over with 2 minutes to go before halftime. And there's a foul down at the New York end. And it's Brian Taylor going to the line, 76.5. First one's good. Second one is good as well. That's 15 points for Taylor and a 6-point lead for the Nets. 1:40 to go before halftime. There's a shot attempt from Fly Williams. He'll be defended by Al Skinner, who's a -4. That's going to make Williams a 40.6 from the field, and he hits that basket. 7 points for Williams in this one. And the Spirit are hanging in there, down by 4 with 1:20 to go here in the first half. And we get a basket from Super John Williamson, his first points of the game. And a 6-point lead for the Nets. 1 minute to go till halftime. And a turnover by the Spirits. Here come the Nets. 40 seconds to go. And that's a shot from John Williamson. He'll be defended by Fly Williams. He's a +2. That makes Super John a 50.6. And he hits the basket. So 4 points for Williamson. All coming late here in the first half. And it's an 8-point lead for the Nets. 20 seconds to go. St. Louis trying to cut into that lead, but they will turn the ball over. And the final possession of the first half goes to the Nets. And it's going to be a shot taken by Larry Keenan. He'll be defended by Marvin Barnes, who's a -2. That makes Keenan a 48.9. Keenan lets the shot go, and it's good right at the buzzer for halftime. So the Nets go into the half with a 10-point lead, 52-42. I will be back with the second half after I get some numbers for this quarter, and I'll see you then. All right, we're back for the second half with the Nets leading 52-44. I had to make a correction. I missed a basket for the Spirits, but they have 44 points. So it's an 8-point lead, not a 10-point lead as we go into the second half. Jump ball goes to the Nets this time, and here's a shot by the Doctor. He'll be defended by Gus Gerard. +2, that makes Irving a 53.5. But good defense by Gerard, and here comes the Spirit the other way. And they're going to score here with a basket from Marvin Barnes. And it's a 6-point lead early here in the third period. Foul at the New York end. Going to the line, Julius Irving, 79-9. First one good. Misses the second one. So Irving with 11 points in this one. And it's a 7-point Nets lead. St. Louis coming down their end. And taking this shot's going to be Marvin Barnes. He'll be defended by Ed Manning, who's a -6. And that's going to make Barnes a 43.9. Barnes wins that battle, hits the basket, gets off another tough shot. And it's a 5-point lead. Do I have that wrong? Let's see. 44, 46, 48. Nope. Okay, we're good. All right. Nets coming down. Next possession. They're going to score here, and it will be Billy Paltz. Quiet most of the first half. 7-point lead for the Nets. There's a foul down at that end, and going to line for the Spirits is Gus Gerard, 73.8. First one's good, but not the second. He gets 1 of 2 from the line. Makes it a 6-point game. 10 minutes to go here in the third. Here come the Nets, and they're going to score. And it's going to be Wendell Ladner. Often quiet Wendell Ladner has 4 in this one. And the lead is 8. 9:40 to go in the third. Basket for St. Louis. And it's Marvin Barnes having himself a game. 17 points for Barnes. 6-point lead for the Nets. Here they come, and there's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Billy Paltz, 74.8. First one's good for Paltz. And so is the second one. So Paltz making his presence known in the second half of this game. And it's an 8-point lead for the Nets, 59-51. And St. Louis turns it over. Nets come charging down their end and draw the foul. And going to the line is going to be Julius Irving again. 79-9. First one good. Second one as well. And the Nets have built up a 10-point lead. 8:20 to go in the third. Foul down at the St. Louis end. Going to the line, Freddie Lewis, 84 even free throw shooter. First one good. Second one good as well. Lewis's first points of the second half. And it's an 8-point lead for New York, 61-53. 8 minutes to go here in the third. That's a basket for John Williamson. Lead back to 10. 7:40 to go in the third. And here comes St. Louis. It's a basket for Marvin Barnes. Barnes is tearing it up in this game. 8-point lead for the Nets. 7:20 to go here in the third. That's a 2-point shot by Julius Erving. He'll be defended by Gu Kennedy. He's a +2. That's going to make the Doctor a 53.5. Good defense. Stops the Doctor, and here comes St. Louis looking to cut into that lead, but they turn the ball over. And here come the Nets. And there's a foul. Going to the line will be Larry Keenan. He's 77 even. First one good. Second one good as well for Keenan. First 2 points of the second half for him. And the lead is back to 10. 6:20 to go here in the third. And a turnover by St. Louis. New York coming the other way. And foul. Julius Erving. 79-9. First one, good. Second one, good. And Erving with 5 points in the third, all from the line. And the lead is now 12. 5:40 to go here in the third. Foul going to the line. Freddie Lewis, 84 even. He misses that first one. But the second one drops for him. And it's a 9-point lead for the Nets with 5:20 to go. And there's a foul down at the New York end. And you guessed it, Dr. J's going to the line. 79-9. He misses that first one. But the second one drops in for the Doctor. 6 points for Erving in the third, all coming from the line. And it's a 12-point lead. 5 minutes to go in the third. St. Louis needs to cut into this lead here. They will with this basket from Marvin Barnes, who is having an incredible game. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 21 points for Barnes. And it's a 10-point lead for the Nets. 4:40 to go. And the Nets turn it over. Chance for St. Louis to cut into the lead. And this shot is coming from Steve Jones. I believe it's the first time we're calling his name. John Williamson's going to have the defense on it. It's going to make Jones a 44.9 from the field. And he makes that shot. And it's an 8-point lead for the Nets. 4 minutes to go in the third. Foul at the New York end. And it's going to be, yep, that's right, Julius Erving, 79-9. First one's good. No good on the second shot. Or excuse me, yes, he's good on both. My apologies. And we have 8 points for Erving here in the third. All coming from the line, and it's a 10-point lead. 70-60. St. Louis turns it over. Here come the Nets. And we get a basket from Julius Erving. His first points from the floor in the third. And that lead is back up to 12. 72-60 with 3 minutes to go in the third. And we get a basket down at the St. Louis end. And it's Gu Kennedy. Nets come down their end with a 10-point lead. And there's a shot attempt from Larry Keenan. He'll be defended by Marvin Barnes, who's a -2. That makes Keenan a 48.9. Good defense by Barnes. Here comes St. Louis, trying to cut into that lead again. And there's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Gus Gerard, 73.8. He makes the first foul shot. Second one up is good as well. And it's an 8-point lead for the Nets. 2 minutes to go in the third. 72-64. And we're going to get a basket from the Doctor. And the lead is back to 10. 1:40 to go. here in the third. Foul. Going to the line, Freddie Lewis. 84 even free throw shooter. Lewis makes that first shot and the second as well. And the lead is 8 again. 1:20 to go here in the third. Here come the Nets. They turn the ball over. St. Louis, chance to cut into the lead. They will, with a basket from Maurice Lucas, who's been pretty quiet this game. $40 to go, and I'm not sure if I messed that score up again. But we're going to get a basket for the Nets, and it's going to come from Bill Melchione. So all the Net players have appeared in this one. Melchione hits the 2. 20 seconds to go. We're going to get a basket for St. Louis, and that is going to be Gus Gerard. Final possession of the second period will be a turnover, and that's how we ended. I have the score 76-70, but when I take this break here and total things up, I'll correct that. If there is a mistake, I'll be right back. All right, we're back for the final period. I had to make another scoring correction, and I apologize for that, but going into the fourth quarter, the Nets have an 8-point lead, 76-68. Let's jump it, and it's going to go to New York, and they're going to score. And it's going to be Larry Keenan to open the scoring in the fourth quarter. Lead is 10 again. And we got a foul down at the St. Louis end. Freddie Lewis is going to line with his 84 even free throw shooting percentage. He makes the first one and the second as well, and makes it an 8-point game. New York, foul. It's going to be Billy Paultz, 74.8. He makes the first one, and the second as well for Paultz. The lead is up to 10 again. 80-70. Here's a shot from Steve Jones, defended by Smoke Skinner, who's a -4. That's going to make Jones a 42.9. Good defense by Smoke, and here come the Nets. Foul. Larry Keenan's going to the line, 77 even. He makes the first one and the second. 4 points for Keenan here in the final period, and a 12-point lead for the Nets. 10:20 to go. They lead 82-70. There's a foul down at the St. Louis end, and going to the line is going to be Jimmy Foster. Might be the first time we're calling his name. He's a 79.4. He makes the first one and the second. Back to a 10-point lead. 10 minutes to go in this one. Nets have possession. Turn it over. St. Louis coming the other way. And they get fouled. And going to the line is going to be Steve Jones, 68.3. He makes the first one. And the second as well. So Jones getting some points now. And it's an 8-point lead for the Nets. 9:20 to go. Basket from Irving. Leads back to 10. 9 minutes to go. There's a foul. And going to the line is going to be Fly Williams, 83 even. He makes the first one. And he also makes the second one. So 8 points for the Spirit here in the fourth quarter, all coming from the free throw line so far. All right, 8:40 to go in the game. Nets turn the ball over. Here comes St. Louis. And get a shot from Gus Gerard. He'll be defended by the Doctor, who's a -9. So that's going to make Gerard a 36.6. And the Doctor wins that battle. Here come the Nets. 8 minutes to go in the game, and they're going to score here. And it will be Larry Keenan. The lead is back up to 10. Having some problems with this scoreboard. All right, anyway, I'm not 100% sure on that score, but it's somewhere close. There's a foul down at the St. Louis end. And going to the line is Maurice Lucas as I drop the die. And I don't know where it went. So we'll just have to grab another one. All right, we're going from black to red because I'm not wasting time right now looking for that die. All right, so Maurice Lucas going to the line, and he is a 78.6. He makes the first one and the second one as well. And all 10 points for the Spirit here in the fourth quarter have come from the free throw line. 7:20 to go. Here come the Nets. Basket. Larry Keenan. Special K has 6 points here in the fourth. 7 minutes to go in the game. Nets have a 10-point lead. Here's a shot attempt from Maurice Lucas. He'll be defended by Willie Sojourner, who's a -6. There's no defensive slouch on the Nets team. All right, so he's a -6. That's going to make Lucas a 41 even, and Sojourner wins that battle. Here come the Nets the other way, and they turn it over. 6:20 to go in the game, and we're going to get a basket from St. Louis, and it's going to come from Marvin Barnes, who is lighting it up. And it's an 8-point lead for New York. 6 minutes to go. Here come the Nets. That's a basket. That's John Williamson. Lead back to 10, 90 to 80, 5:40 to go. And we got a foul. Going to the line is going to be Freddie Lewis. 84 even. He makes the first one. And the second one. All right, 90 to 82, 5:20 to go. Here come the Nets. And a shot by Billy Paltz. He's fouled. The shot falls in, and Paltz is going to go to the line to complete the three-point play. So he's a 74.8, and he makes that shot. And it's now an 11-point lead for the Nets with 5 minutes to go in the game. Spirits desperately need a run. They're not going to get it here, but they are going to get a basket. And it's going to be from Goo Kennedy. Nine-point lead. Here come the Nets. And there's a foul at the New York end. Going to the line is going to be Billy Paltz, 74.8. Ooh, that one rattles around, but it does fall in. And the second one falls in as well. And the lead is back to 11. 4:20 to go. St. Louis, foul. Going to the line. It's Marvin Barnes. He's a 67 even free throw shooter. First one does drop for him, but not the second. One for the line for Barnes. Now, why did that deduct the score? It's a 10-point game. All right. 4 minutes to go. Nets have the ball. And the shot attempt comes from the doctor. He'll be defended by Gus Gerard, who's a +2. Makes Irving a 53.1, and he sinks it. 12-point lead, 3:40 to go. Spirit desperately need a run, but instead they turn the ball over. 3:20 to go. Here come the Nets, and they're going to score, take advantage of that turnover. And it will be the big man. That is the Whopper, Billy Paltz. And it's a 14-point lead with 3 minutes to go. Without a run, it's getting to the point to be academic, especially when they keep turning the ball over. And here comes New York with 2:40. And there's a foul. Going to the line is going to be Billy Paltz again. 74.8. First one, good. Second one, good. Paltz coming alive in the fourth quarter. And the Nets break 100, 101 to 85, 2:20 to go. Spirit need that run. But they don't get it. They get a foul. And going to the line is going to be Gus Gerard, 73.8. He misses the first one. Makes the second. Gerard's first point of the period. And it's a 15-point lead. 2 minutes to go. It's essentially academic at this point. There's a shot from Brian Taylor. He'll be defended by Freddie Lewis, who's a +3. That makes BT a 55.9. And he sinks it. First points for BT in the second half, after having a very strong first half. And it's now 103 to 86 with 1:40 to go. We're just doing this for the numbers now. And it's going to be a basket for St. Louis. And it's coming from Fly Williams. $120 to go. Here come the Nets. Foul. Larry Keenan, 77 even. No good on the first one. But the second one goes in for Special K. And it's 104 to 88. Minute to go. Here's a shot by Steve Jones, defended by John Williamson, -2. Makes Jones a 44.9, and good defense by Super John. 40 seconds to go. Nets turn it over. And that's a basket. So the Spirits will hit 90 because of Gus Gerard sinking that shot. And the final possession of the game goes to the Nets. And it will be a basket. And it will be Larry Keenan. Keenan had a big fourth quarter. And that's going to do it. So the Nets win this one by 16, 106-90. I'll be back with some totals in a few minutes. Okay, we're back to wrap this one up. The Nets win it 106-90. Their record goes to 24-3. Pretty dominating so far in this season. Let's look at the point scores. Leading scorer for the Spirits was Marvin Barnes with 24. Lewis was also over 20 at 21. They had 4 players in double digits. And we'll look at the Nets now. Leading all scorers was Dr. J with 26. But we also have 3 other players in double digits. Brian Taylor with 17. Larry Keenan with 19. And Billy Paltz, who came on strong, especially in the fourth quarter, he finishes the game with 18. And that's going to do it for this one. If you hung out with me this afternoon, I appreciate it. And I'll be back again in the near future with another video. And until then, take care.